Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to some League of Legends. I am playing Mordekaiser right now because this is going to be another one of those Season 3 overviews. So today we're going to be talking about, this will be the first of several videos, on the item system and how the shop has changed in-game. So as you can see now, we kind of have a new interface, the entirely new interface. Actually, let me turn that volume off real fast. Okay, so I'm going to worry about that. I get some frame rate lag, I never close out a menu, it's weird. Okay, so you can see we have two different tabs now. We have recommended and we have all items. So our recommended page gives you your recommended items for all your champion. It says your starting items, your essential items that you're going to need, your offensive items, your defensive items, and then your consumables that you're going to obviously need down here. Most of the time these are pretty annoying. I mean, these are generally right, in most cases at least, but and some of the items they have building into, such as the Death Cap, or Will of the Ancients and Rylai's are really good items to grab, but this is Mordekaiser, by the way. But it's just, a lot of the stuff is wrong. Like Spirit Witches, I would never build this on Mordekaiser, ever. The same thing with Hexagon, Revolver, actually a really good one too. But there's a couple items, this one's actually pretty good, but most of the time they're really bad, and I don't really like the recommended, and it makes it kind of more difficult to get into the other things. Now consumables, here's your all items, by the way. Your consumables is sitting here at the top. With all the consumable items, we'll click on that. That's all items. Actually, a list of all the items. You can actually scroll through every single item. They're not in any real order. I think it's by gold amount. Actually, yeah, they're in order by gold amount, and so it's kind of annoying. So what we're going to do now is we're going to kind of talk about consumables and then magic items, so the various different magic effects. So our consumables is basically this. There's a couple new items here, as you'll see, as well as some changes, some old ones, and some items that are taken out. We'll start with the Crystalline Flask. What this is it's a refillable potion. It has an active, it can, you consume one of the 3 charges it has to restore 100 health and 40 mana over 10 seconds. So it's a really nice item to have. Overall, the whole thing will heal 300 mana. Not 300 mana, 120 mana and 300 health, and it starts with 3 charges, and it refills every time you go to the shop, so you only have to buy it one time, so that's really nice. Next up is our elixirs. You'll notice that the elixir of agility is gone, the green elixir, and so that's been taken out. It wasn't really used all that well. The Oracle elixir in here has been changed, so it only gives you 5 minutes of being able to detect invisible units, so it's no longer an infinite item. And the last 2 items you see are actually one builds out of the other. This Ruby Sightstone builds out of the regular Sightstone. Now what this does, it gives you 100 health, and then it also gives you what's called a Ward Refresh / Ghost Ward passive. The passive is it starts off with 4 charges, and it refills every time you enter the shop, which is pretty awesome. What this item does allows you to place down a ward. I'll go ahead and, I can't actually afford this right now, but I'll be sure to kind of show off some of the items, at least. Probably these are the most though. It consumes a charge to place an invisible ward that reveals the surrounding area for 3 minutes. You have a maximum of 2 wards to be placed at times. So even though you have 4 charges, you can only place 2 wards. When you place a 3rd ward, the first one disappears. So you have to keep that in mind. Now, this upgrade, the Ruby Sightstone, is 300 health and requires a Ruby Crystal. It starts with 5 charges and refills each time you visit the shop, like it says before. And then this is when you can place 3 wards down at a time. So that's all of our consumable items. Now we're going to move on to magic, since I chose Mordekaiser. If you can actually choose each of the categories, it will give you all of the items in the category, or you can choose the subcategories and kind of narrow things down. And for some reason, Crystalline Flask is actually under magic items. Actually, we can grab this and show you what it does. Let's do that real fast since I got enough gold for it. So we'll go ahead and move out here. See, we can place down a ward. We can place down another ward. Now these last for the same time as normal wards, and they act as sight wards and not as vision wards. Now if I place down a 3rd ward, the first one disappears. The 4th one causes the next one to disappear. So when we go back to the fountain, we don't see how many charges left. Back to the fountain, instantly 4 more charges of this ward. Alright, let's get back in the shop. I'll go ahead and sell that, because I don't need it. Alright, so first up in ability power items. Some things have changed. Some of the prices, a bunch of the prices have changed. There's quite a few new items. I think we'll focus more on the new items for this, though. The first one on here, we'll go with the Shard of True Ice. Now this builds out of Kage's Lucky Pick, or Kage's Lucky Pick, however you want to pronounce it. What it does is it's got Lucky Shadow, so you have your passive from Kage's Lucky Pick, so 4 extra gold every 10 seconds. You have Mana Warp, which is the passive from Mana Manipulator. And so nearby allied champions gain 6 Mana Gem per 5. And then you have a unique active on this one, which surrounds an ally with a blizzard, which for 4 seconds slows that nearby enemy movement by 30%, 60-second cooldown. So you can go a AoE 30% slow around any target you want. This also gives 45 ability power. Another new item that's pretty cool is Twin Shadows. This also builds out of Kage's Lucky Pick. and some magic resist. It has 50 ability power, 30 magic resist, and 5 movement speed bonus, or 5% movement speed bonus, which is pretty good. Now it's got an active called Hunt. This doesn't give you bonus gold or anything like that, but it does give you a thing which allows you to summon 2 invulnerable ghosts for up to 6 seconds to seek the 2 nearest enemy champions. If they touch an enemy champion, they slow his movement speed by 40% and reveal him for 2.5 seconds. This can be incredibly useful, especially if you're trying to find hidden invisible units. That would definitely really help. Now for here, Morella's Evil Tome has actually been renamed the Morellonomicon, and it's basically the only thing that's really been done here. Now we have another new item here, the Spirit of Spectral Wraith. We'll actually go to this the Spirit Stone first, and we'll talk about all 3 of the new items under the Jungler build. But this one basically, it's one of the new Jungler items. We'll end up talking about more about that when we get into the Jungler set of items. We have the Banner Command. This is a really cool item, as it gives another armor and ability power item. And it's a little bit weaker than Zhonya's Hourglass. Now, it gives the Valor Aura, or the Aura, unique Aura, which is allied champions gain 7 health regen per 5, and it also gives the wonderful ability power, a little more ability power than this Blasting one does. Now, it's got an Aura and an active. It's got Valor, which 10 health regen per 5, and near-eye allied minions deal 15% increased damage, which is really nice if you're going to push. It also has Promote as an active. Now, the Promote Summoner spell was taken out of the game, and so this is now the item you need to pick up in order to promote a minion. This is a tank minions, and it works on Summoner's Rift, which is pretty awesome. Alright, let's see. Will the Ancients... I'm trying to look through here and find the ones that we need. Athene's Unholy Grail has actually... The price has been dropped down. It does appear. Okay, here we go. This is Liandrys Torment. It is an item that builds out of Haunting Guise and then an Amplifying Tome. Now, what this does, it gives you 70 ability power and 200 health, which is up from the 25 ability power, 200 health of Haunting Guise. And it gives you the Eyes of Pain passive, which is the same passive that Haunting Guise with 15 magic pin, flat magic pin. It also has another passive, which is it does spell damage, burning enemies for 5% of their current health as magic damage over 3 seconds. If their move is impaired, they take double damage. This is good on champions like Cho'Gath and Sona and other champions who have slows or stuns that allow them to deal more damage with their auto attacks and their with their auto attacks and other spell damage, with their spells and things. Sona especially will do a lot of damage with this, being able to hit somebody with a power chord slow and then hitting him with a Q will definitely be able to do a lot of damage. Let's see, I think there's one more. Yes, there is one more item. This is the Pouring Gauntlet under ability power, and then what this does is it's basically available out of Sheen and Glacial Shroud. It gives 500 mana, 40 ability power, 60 armor, and 15% cooldown reduction, and it has the Spellblade ability, so that your next basic attack after you cast a spell does 125% of your base attack damage to surrounding enemies and creates a field for 3 seconds that slows enemies inside of it. So you can actually pop this, and when you hit an enemy with an auto attack, after basically your Sheen activation, it'll do a slow field around that, which is really nice. It has a 2-second cooldown, so you can keep things slow basically forever. Okay, we're going to move down to cooldown reduction. We'll kind of move down to here. I don't think there's too much in this one. Of course, Morellonomicon, this is going to be under Jungler stuff. And I don't think there's anything... Oh, here we go. We have the Zephyr. Well, we'll talk about Black Cleaver when we get into into AD carry and stuff like that. Now, what the Zephyr does is built out of the Stinger item and then a Longsword. It has 20 attack damage. This is kind of an attack damage item, but I felt it would need to be talked about. It's kind of nice, because it has tenacity on it and things. 50% attack speed, 10% movement speed, and cooldown reduction. I would actually use this on Sona, because I built her hybrid. And just the movement speed and cooldown reduction is rather nice. Now let's check out, I think Spell Vamp, still the same, but really the ability power items are the ones we really wanted to look at. Mana Regen. Don't think there's really anything. Here we go. Yeah, we can talk about some of this. Mikhails Crucible is a new item that builds out of Chalice of Harmony in addition to Athene's Unholy Grail. It's 300 mana, 40 magic resist, and 9 mana regen per second. It also has the Mana Font ability that the Chalice of Harmony has, so you have the 1% mana regen increase per 1% mana missing. This also has an active that allows you to remove all stuns, roots, taunts, fears, silences, and slows on an ally and heals them for 150 plus 15% of the missing health. So it's a really, really nice item to pick up, especially if you're support. If you've got the extra gold and you need the mana, it's a great item to pick up. You can heal your weak members of your team and really keep the team fights and stuff going. Let's check this. I want to check the mana set real fast. I believe this will be... Oh, yes. There's one more item we talk about. That's the Ohm Wrecker. This builds out of your Catalyst and some armor. This deals 350 health, 300 mana, and 55 armor. And it's got a unique asset that prevents the closest enemy tower from attacking for 2.5 seconds. Now, for those of you who like to tower dive, this is a great item for you, especially if you need to get rather beefy. You can pick it up, you can activate it when you're going to dive them, this will be good on champions such as Garen, Cho'Gath, and those really kind of tanky characters who can dive and easily and take enemies out. This effect cannot be used against the same tower more than once every 7.5 seconds, so you can't have a whole team build these and then spam them on a tower to keep it from attacking for large amounts of time while you just destroy teams underneath it. But it's still a nice item to have for early game. It can even help late game when you're trying to push a tower effectively. Well, that's all we have for the magic trees today, guys. I'll be back sometime this week with another guide talking about the attack items, so your AD carries. We'll do the jungler guide after that, I think, and then we'll go into defense, and then there's a few changes to the boots as well. We'll pick that up at the end. That's the last guide. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you once again for watching. And it really means a lot. And this is Gravion, signing out.